What is up, Hermes? This is K-pop Hermes here, back with another video today. And today is pretty serious topic that I'm going to be talking about. So I'm going to be saying stuff that really triggers people, like SA and racism and just very bad things that were being said and thrown around. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we do that, I need to really have some tea. So what's going on? First, this is about the new group called ENHYPEN under Big Hits company. I mean, HYBE, I guess is what they call themselves now. And there are 7 members, and you know, they're fairly new. They debuted in 2020, so it hasn't been that long. So this is where it boils down to. So a member of the group, ENHYPEN, whose name is Hee-sung, he was accused of saying the N-word in a song, and the song is by SZA, Love Galore. Sorry, I had to write on my hands because I didn't have my notebook with me. But yeah, Love Galore by SZA, right? So let's watch the video clip first.
한번 모시겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
Personally, I'm surprised you call me after.
분 한번 모시겠습니다. 분 한번 모시겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
So yeah, that's what happened. A lot of people are saying allegedly that wasn't him saying it was another member, or that did he really say it? Like, it's kind of like people are choosing sides right now, but that's not the main reason why I wanted to make this video. While this is very important, something else has been coming up that's really messed up. So here's the meat and potatoes about what's going on. Again, if you get triggered easily by racial not easily, but if you get triggered by racial slurs and mean-spirited talk and, you know, committing unalive, then you probably shouldn't watch this. But as I'm continuing, so people on Weverse and Twitter, they didn't like how the black people were trying to hold them accountable, so they started sending like mass tweets to, like, let me just read it to you. ENHYPEN said nigga because they don't like them, and neither do we. Can the niggers chill out and leave the fandom? Go to BTS or something. Then somebody else said this was supposed to be our anniversary day, but blacks ruined it. Why they always gotta start drama everywhere they go? This is not racism. Please leave K-pop alone if you're gonna get offended with everything. And before you say K-pop is black culture, K-pop does it better than your own people. Go back to your baby mama, hood rat, gang culture, and stay away from others, and stay away from ours. If y'all put this much energy into building your own communities, then maybe you wouldn't be so poor and disgusting to the fucking word. I'm disgusted. And you know, yeah, I'm gonna say it. K-pop is based off of our culture, specifically K-hip-hop, K-R&B, and such. Even pop music that's contributed to us. But speaking out about it doesn't make us like bad people, because if you don't think that they're not bad people for blatantly saying the N-word, then we're not bad people for calling them out and saying, hey, what you did was wrong and it offended me. The narrative that they like to push on black people is that you can't be too loud because you're scary. You can't be too quiet because you're scary. If you have your hair in a certain way, they're going to send you back home. They're going to discriminate against you. But then they're like, hey, why don't you just leave the fandom, while throwing all of these terrible stereotypes at us as if that's funny. You know, it only gets worse from here. If y'all don't like what he said, just unstand and leave him alone. Simple as that. and it's just a word. She shouldn't have put it in her song if she didn't want anyone saying it. Now, not only are they saying it's not their fault, they're also blaming SZA now for having the N-word in her song. SZA's black. I don't know how to tell you this, but she's black. She can say the N-word whenever she wants to. We're just saying that since we are reclaiming the song, reclaiming that word, nigga, that doesn't mean that anybody else can say it. That's one of many black people rules that are so easy to follow. All you have to do is just not say the N-word, and that's it. But since we're not allowed to have things to ourselves, screw that, I guess. I mean, we reclaimed the name because it was such a dirty connotation when it came from white people's mouths and other races. So it's just a thing to protect ourselves. We are reclaiming what was said negatively towards us to something positive. Someone said it's getting hard to support black people. I get that the word is offensive, but he didn't mean it in a racist way. The word was in a song. It's like y'all cancel people every 2 seconds, then wonder why no one wants y'all in their spaces. Y'all are difficult to like. I don't mean this to offend black Engenes, but most of y'all are problematic. Just focus on Western music, please. Give our racist opars to ourselves, as if that's a flex to be following somebody who has said harmful things in the past. Continuing, and I think the worst part about this whole situation is that allegedly there's a rumor of a black Engene that has committed to being unalive, if that makes sense. And I say allegedly because we are not confirmed if this is true or not, but no matter if it is true or not, because what people are still doing is wrong. They're still attacking people for holding their K-pop idols accountable. It's not that difficult to be like, hey, you guys are wrong, you gotta apologize. They never apologized. This story is true, then shame on everybody that ruthlessly bullied black people for liking K-pop or saying that, hey, this is cultural appropriation, you're wrong. Like, screw y'all, screw all of y'all. However, that wasn't the only thing. Everybody was looking for like the B-Lift lab response to any of this, because this is so blatantly wrong and disgusting. And so here's their statement. We would like to provide information on submitting reports of actions that infringe upon the rights of ENHYPEN. B-Lift Lab will begin initiating strict legal measures against malicious activities targeting our artists, including defamation, the spread of groundless information, and ill-mentioned criticism. If you discover such violations, including malicious online postings, we ask that you submit a report to the official B-Lift Lab legal response hotline. And then they say, when submitting your report, we are able to respond more quickly if you make use of the following standard email format. Please make note of the format shown below, and we ask that you actively report any violations that target our artist. Okay, so here's one of the bad things, is that B-Lift is more interested in protecting their artists than protecting their people of color fans, their black stans and everything. They're more concerned about helping themselves, which is pretty fucked up. And somebody also were like putting lynching videos and pictures on Twitter and on Weverse to like intimidate us to be quiet and all that stuff. And oh dear, it's just a lot, because I'm glad I wasn't an impressionable teenager at this time this is happening, because I would have definitely felt like I was nobody and nothing to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty disgusting how they want to protect their artists, and that's fine, protect your artists, but also protect your fans. If you're willing to have international success, specifically in America, you have to be taught cultural sensitivity and awareness about why you can't say these certain things or do these certain things, you know? Plus, responses like this with the tweets and even hype, that's why most black people are like, it's us against them, because it's almost too good to be true when somebody, when you're a black person and a random person just comes up to you and starts being nice to you. We're always skeptical about that, because we don't know whether we can trust you or not, or if we can even trust anybody to that matter. So to be all up in like, don't attack our members, we're gonna sue, but then they keep up all of like the racist comments on their Weverse and on their Twitter. They don't do anything about that. They try to silence us because I guess we're bad publicity. They just don't like it when we point out that when their faves do something wrong. They can't handle them not being always right, because they idolize K-pop idols, henceforth that's why they're called idols. And then some people were saying that he's not saying nigga, he's saying nega, which is like Korean for I. Nega che chalaga, like nega. But that's clearly not what he was saying, because I even had this like discussion with these girls on Twitter. They're so nice. And we were just like even substituting the word for a word that sounds similar is still pretty disgusting, I would say. And then of course they're saying to black Engenes that we need to calm down. But you know what's always requested of us black people? Stay calm, stay level-headed, don't come off too intimidating, don't come off too ghetto, your hair isn't professional, you should straighten it, just stuff like that. And then he goes around prancing around just singing the N-word very casually, as if they don't have Google and know what that is. It's just pretty sad, honestly. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And I was honestly expecting more from Big Hit, the company, the new company. I mean, Hype, because of the way they handled like BTS in the past. But nope, all agencies are just bad. And you know what's interesting? They're saying that black K-pop stans are ruining the experience of ENHYPEN, when you, the enablers, are actually the ones doing that. You don't care about other people's feelings so much that you would rather them, off themselves than reach out to them for an apology so that they can forgive them. Not that you have to forgive anything like that, but it's an option, because I know I sure wouldn't, because that's really messed up. The K-pop idols are supposed to be like a good friend or like a good boyfriend or whatever, like the interactions. But at times it's like, no, they don't give a shit about us. They want our money and they want to see our faces at the concert, and that's it. It's pretty depressing. Yeah, but anyway, thank you very so much for watching. Tell me what you think about the video. Give me anything else to react to or make a tea video about. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Yeah!
Talking to strangers on, reality is lemon.